trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite. Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville.
Hello, and welcome to the Hanging Loose podcast. My name is Shanked DG. With me, as always, is...
Confused. I don't know what this bit is. He looks like the start of a creative player on a Tony Hawk game. Spiicii boy DG. I'll never just accept that transition directly. I hope you're with that. Before we all get confused, shouts out to Great Lake Disc, our sponsor, of course. Use code Hanging Loose at greatlakesdisc.com for 10% off your order. So save yourself some taxes. Explain to me what the fuck this is, because I'm confused.
My opinion finally matters.
Your opinion finally matters?
Your boy won.
Oh, the bag thing?
I won my tournament.
Oh!
First place, baby!
Oh, I thought you were bragging about 7 episodes ago.
Big Doug.
Nice, congrats.
It's about I was the only person in MA too.
Oh, well. Just like every other day, Caleb beat himself.
Oh. I need to get out of this. It is hot.
I don't want to hear your shit about how hot it is. I'm glad I made you wait then, because that's what you get for bragging.
What?
Dude, I hate to tell you guys this, but it's a cool 70 degrees here today.
How dare you?
With the sunshine and the wind blowing. And I told myself on the ride over home from the disc golf course, I said, I'm not going to tell Shanked and Spiicii how good the weather was today. And here I am doing it anyway.
Yeah, and you were the one bitching about us talking about the weather last time. So
I know.
No fucking excuses this time. It's only going to be 102 here on Thursday. And so after work, I am going golfing at the nicest executive course in Phoenix. It's called Mountain Shadows.
Mountain Shadows?
Mountain Shadows. It's at a resort, like a really, really high-end resort. And
sounds like a young adult novel.
I'm 100% bringing a disc to throw, and I'm not going to tell anybody about it. I'm just going to pull it out of my golf bag and just fucking wing it.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that is like is that a disc golf course?
No, it's literally like in the middle of Paradise Valley, which makes Scottsdale look like Detroit. It's like the nicest hotel in the city. It's where the fucking Yankees stay when they come to Phoenix. Like it's really, really nice. But I happen to know the concierge there, and she texted me earlier today and was like, "Hey, do you want to play the short course with Jenna, my boss at the bar, on Thursdays?" Fuck yeah, I do. Absolutely. That would be so much fun because my boss is super hot. And she's also bringing her boyfriend, who happens to be genuinely an Indy 500 winner.
Oh, shit.
So I'm going to get to golf with an Indy 500 winner, which I would say is probably
Who's her boyfriend?
Buddy, I can't think of his last name. He won in 2004. Hold on.
Buddy Holly?
Buddy Rice. Great guy. Super nice. He comes into the bar all the time. And he came in one time and he brought his daughter, who's only 15. Because in Arizona, you can be underage in a bar up until 9 p.m. and then you have to leave.
Okay.
So he brought her, and then I was just I didn't know how old she was. She looked like she may have been 24, but she was only 15. So I was just really going ham on the, like, I'm going to mess with your daughter jokes. And then he's like, she's 15. Like at the end of the night, I was like, shit.
No.
I did not know she was only 15. Please, everyone. Hopefully everyone else Yeah, I was like,
don't clip that.
not my finest moment.
Oh
But,
boy,
it happens. How have you
shout
been?
out to Great Lakes Disc.
Don't make inappropriate jokes about 15-year-olds.
That might need cut.
No, that's fine.
I've been good. I mean, other than the fucking dub against myself.
It was like, is it a win if there's no competition?
According to the PDGA, yes.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Career wins 1 next to my name.
That's 100% more than I have.
And I've had that bit planned. I was going to go a little bit more out. I was going to go to the Spirit Halloween and get like a full like King Germ outfit going. Crown, robe, all that stuff. But
First
didn't
of
end
all,
up pulling it off.
he was never a king. He's the practice round prince.
Practice round print. Sorry.
So I'm gonna need you to get your facts straight. Shout out, Germ. What's up? One of us pays attention.
It's been a while since I've seen that one, to be fair. That
I
came
mean,
out like what, 2020? That was one of the earlier ones.
It was a hot minute ago, for sure.
But yeah, other than that, my story time today involves that that tournament. So I've talked about the guy before, actually, when we were talking about raging during rounds and getting angry. It's the same guy. I ended up carded with him the first round, and he seemed chipper. He seemed awful chipper that day, and was doing really good. And then took a double bogey somewhere like 6 holes in, and mysteriously after that had a phantom tummy pain every time he took a bogey or par. It was very funny. As soon as he birdied, it went away. And it like after every hole when he would take a bogey or worse, or a par or worse, he'd be sitting on the bench of the hole, be like, "Oh, my tummy." And it was just, it was everything it took not for me not to laugh at him every time he did it, because I don't think he realized he was dropping the bit after every. Like, he needed an excuse to the other two of us on the card.
That's a telltale sign of a brand new con man.
Like, it was insane, but really funny at that. And then second round, I was carded with a family, so it was 2 juniors and their dad, and then their mom was like caddying, and it was the most standoffish card I've ever been on. It was silent, like no one spoke a word except whispers till like hole 4, and it threw. My second round was
been on that card,
better round, but like it took a toll mentally. I felt like I was aware of it on my every move. I couldn't stand too close to their kids. I couldn't stand too close to them. Like
they asked you not to, or you just couldn't. You weren't comfortable.
Yeah, like I felt like it was me that was making the situation weird.
Weird. If you're standing there silently far away, of course. But I mean, I would have walked up to him and been on hole 1. Keeping up with the motherfuckers today. I would have went straight in. Like, I'm not about to deal with this weird ass family for 18 holes.
It was so strange. But both of the kids on the card ended up tying the event at plus 100 over par. They were like junior 13s or something. But
dang, they really carded you up properly.
Yeah, they did. I'd shot much better than the first time when we talked about how I took a 36 over par for the event. Mm-hmm. I think this time I took a 24 over par for the event. So 12-stroke improvement.
I don't remember what my last tournament was. I think it was like 27 or 28 is what I finished, but it was bananas.
I shot a plus 10 in the second round, and it was 876 rated. A plus 10 was 876. That course is hard.
Same. God damn it!
Hey, RV3, are these M&M blankets over here better than my fuzzed screen? Are we big fans of the M&M blanket?
Yeah, that's
okay.
I
tried to pretty it up for you guys.
I love the Target $4 section glass chess and checkers set behind you.
I've had that for years, and I don't think it's open.
The stickers
collector's edition. Yeah, I think so.
Good Lord. Also, I see you're a themed Monopoly
guy.
person.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of them. That was just what's in the room.
My family,
honestly, I think
was
most
not a
of the
Monopoly
themed Monopoly sets we've have been gifts from other people.
Oh,
like Christmas gifts, and they're
They
like,
saw
"We
you
heard
had
you
one."
like Rick and Morty." Like, oh yeah, another game I'll never open.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
And then my personal favorite card game right there. Hold on, let me try to aim my finger correctly.
Baby Jesus.
There we go. Coup. RV3 might know what that is.
RV3 doesn't know what anything cool is. Oh, coup.
Coup.
Wow, no,
I'm cool as hell. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm cool as hell.
Have you seen your face?
You left me hanging there. That's what you pop in with.
How cool is that?
So do you have a story time this week?
I mean, I kind of already.
I suppose.
I've been dominating the conversation, which I try really hard not to do, but then things happen right before we film, and I talk a lot.
I mean, you're the host, right? You do the you do the trivia nights. You do all that stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant of the show. I was like, did you just promote me to the main host? Because I'm pretty sure that. No, you are.
We're co-hosts.
You're hanging loose, and I am leaving this podcast today. Goodbye.
Yeah, starting with Ricky.
If that happened, we would have a serious chat. I would try very hard to record on a different day of the week so I could still be here. But if I get to hang out with the $1 million buddies, I'm sorry. I don't fucking do that.
I would not blame you.
Yeah, no, I don't. Storytime may as well just be trivia last night when I was hosting, because last week it was bad. It was a full house. Everyone was in a shitty mood, including myself. So we just all did not want to be around each other, but we had to get through trivia. It was so bad that my hot boss, Jenna,
name dropper and everything.
She knows how I feel.
We've talked to HR.
Yes, she is HR, so it's pretty cool because I can say whatever I want to her. Anyway, she came up to me last week after trivia and was like, "Hey, don't ever fucking do that again." And I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, being a grouch ass the entire 2 hours of trivia is not recommended. So just don't do it again." I was like, "Okay." So this time, last night, I went, hosted, had a great time. I literally did have too much to drink. And then I hung around until 1 a.m. so that I wasn't shitty driving. But there were these two guys there that want me to host. I'm sure you all have seen the videos where they go to a popular bar spot and they just do street interviews with randos, like the hot girl.
Yeah.
So these two guys came into the bar and they had one of those cameras and they were watching me host, and they're like, "You are wonderful." I was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." They're like, "Do you want to come hang out with us in Scottsdale this weekend?" He goes, "We have this set up in the back of a pickup truck where you sit and you interview people." I was like, "Is it called pickup lines?" They were like, "No, but it should be." I was like, "See, I'm already fucking changing your life." And so I get to do that this weekend too, which will be fun. So we'll see how that goes.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've not played golf this week. What? Am I going to?
You gonna film any of it?
They're filming all of it for whatever their channel is.
Cannot wait to see it.
It's going to be fun. I told them, I was like, I hope you all know that me asking people these questions or doing these street interviews is literally just going to be me fucking with people. I'm just going to be roasting them right to their face. And they're like, "I can't wait." I was like, you guys are much bigger and stronger than I am. So if anybody fucks with me, he's like, "Oh, nobody's going to fuck with you while we're there." I was like, "All right." Because I'm really going to go in on these fucking Scottsdale people, because I used to Uber them all the time and I have a million stories about it. So that'll be fun. I'll be sure to share that on the socials once it happens.
Cannot wait.
Yeah. Any new disc picks?
Shit. Yes, and I left them all in my kitchen.
Wow.
Yep. I had literally 4 new discs stacked on top of each other. I'm gonna show these things off.
Well, it's funny.
Disc pick.
Okay, bye. Live.
Love
live.
you.
Wow, he broke his. What are you doing? I'm so confused as to what these sounds are that we're hearing. Do you hear that, RB3?
Yes, it sounded like he crashed through a table.
Yeah, it sounded like he just like stumbled into his kitchen over every piece of furniture in his home. I miss him. Where's your fucking kitchen? In India, dude? Let's go. I guess I'll grab my disc pick too, because mine. Watch how fast this is. Ready? I'm breaking stuff too.
Maybe he got sucked into the ether.
It sounds like a scene in one of those. It sounds like one of those scenes in a movie where the person's trying to get out their door and they have 86 locks that they have to go through and unlock. That's what. Hey, what the fuck was that?
That was an absolute disaster.
Yeah, it sounded like it. We were sitting here wondering how broken you were going to be when you got back.
No, I got up to run to go get the discs quick, and then as I pull on the doorknob to get out of the room, the doorknob falls off, and I can't just and I can't just leave the door open because my feral cat will get out.
We literally were like, right when you were coming back. Oh God! Right when you were coming back, we were talking about how it sounded like a scene. Wow, I can't say it. That's twice I failed now. One of those scenes in a movie where somebody's in a hurry to get out their door and they have 18 locks, and they're like, and then when you came back, you did it again. It was like,
yeah, I was reattaching the door handle because I had to go find a screwdriver.
Jesus! All right. Well, now that that's nice and awkward,
I have frisbees.
Show me your disc.
We're gonna do that one for last because I have something that accompanies. So
Yes.
Shout out to Afterlife Discs for the dies. I got this, which is a Mac Miller pack of smokes on a frisbee. I think it's a pitch.
I didn't know you were a white woman.
No, my wife is. That's who it's made for.
She sure is.
And then I got the Showstopper Ella Hansen Tour Series disc. This thing is sick. It's like a Orbit Glow. I'm not sure what they actually call the plastic. Glow Horizon. It's an FD. Really, really good disc. Kind of overstable a little bit. Speaking of overstable, my prize for winning was
Damn,
a
that's sick.
nice Evader, Orbit Evader. Real nice. I won a whopping $8 for winning in my own division when I was the only person there.
I guess not technically you're an MPO then, right?
No, I didn't accept cash. I accepted frisbee. But yeah, he's like, you can grab any disc out of the box in lieu of your $8 funny money, and because you won. And I was like, well, I was the only one in the division, and he just kind of shrugged his shoulder. I had an option to get a general as a tournament winnings, like that new $35 Ricky Wysocki disc.
Yeah.
And I opted not to because it felt like stealing, and also I can't throw it. I won $8. I can't take a $35 disc, but I did take that.
You absolutely can if he offers it to you, because I guarantee the disc costs $8 or less to make, so you're not really stealing.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, you could have flipped it for $40 and made your winnings 5 times over. I think it's the right math.
And then finally, another one from Afterlife Discs.
Yeah. Hey,
I got it. My Cosmic Crisp pitch, glow pitch, hat, frisbee, water bottle. Them's my boys. Actually, they're mostly ladies, but
I can't wait to have a tattoo and still not be sponsored by them. That'll be the fucking best.
Well, speaking of sponsored by them,
are you getting the tattoo regardless?
Yeah, because once it's on you, kind of hard to get rid of it. The tattoo is my pitch for them to sponsor me.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
All right, sorry, I'll stop interrupting you.
No, you're good. I just gonna keep being self-masturbatory here this episode. Cosmic Crisp has offered to pay for a good chunk of my trip to get to the NADGT champs this year. which I think I told you guys already, but I think that's really cool, and they deserve a shout out, which is 3 logos and a shout out in a 2 minute span. There it is.
3 logos and a shout out.
So
they're exciting.
They're giving me a undisclosed monetary value to pay for a hotel and entry fee. So I just got to get the gas to get down there. And
nice.
If for whatever reason that isn't possible, I'm gonna go on a Cosmic Crisp tour and just play as many C tiers in my area as possible with that money before the end of the year. Call it the Cosmic Crisp Tour. So,
what an original name,
right?
Not like Shanked presents Apollonia or some
Apollonia.
Yeah, is that not?
I don't know what that is.
It's a Prince album, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not old.
Drinkranized. That's exciting, dude. That's cool of Cosmic Crisp,
right?
For sure. I'm
trying to get him on the podcast too, but I don't know if that'll work.
Oh yeah, because then I'm really gonna hammer home my sales pitch. I'm gonna be like,
"Hey, Cosmic Crisp, I like apple.
I'm shaped like an apple. Have you seen my head? Perfect sponsor. I'll tattoo an apple
I have an idea
on my head.
Yes,
I have an idea. Next podcast we could have Spiicii paint his face red and wear like a little green hat with the spinner on the top, and his head will look like a Cosmic Crisp.
I'm not doing red face. Sorry. There's a whole team of football players in Washington that got in trouble for that. Not
is this
episode
releasable?
I don't think these jokes are offensive because I'm purposefully avoiding the problematic things.
I mean, our odds of offending one of 60 people that listen to this show is pretty low. So,
and to be honest, I don't think what I said was offensive.
No,
by any means. So
it was skirting.
Not really. I was like, I'm not going to do that. This is my disc pick. This was a CTP that I won last week. I'm going to attempt to set a world record with this disc. And that's going to be the most signatures by the same player on one disc. And I'm going to have Ricky sign this every single time I run into him.
That's really good.
As many times. And there obviously can't be a world record for it, at least anything official. So maybe I'll get an adjudicator.
And like take a picture every time he does it. And
yeah, absolutely. And I just think that would be hysterical.
It's really good.
And then they could Dynamic could just release a stamp of just
that would
80 Ricky's signatures.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool as shit, right?
It would be
sick.
So that's my plan for that.
What's the back of the disc look like? Because he could sign the back too.
Nice and clean.
Yeah, there you go.
So I just think that would be so funny to just see a million of the same signature. It just was making me laugh even fucking thinking about it. So.
That's a really good idea.
The question is are you going to allow him to overlap? Or does it have to be...
They have to be individually identifiable signatures, or the adjudicators at the Guinness Book of World Records will not honor it.
Are you going to clue him into this, or are you just going to let him figure it out after like the 4th time he signs it? Actually, it'll probably be like the 3rd.
To be honest,
he watches our show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that's right. I forgot.
He's a huge fan.
Good friend, Ricky Wysocki.
Spiicii. Did you see that on Twitter?
That was really good.
I'm marketing.
If you need anything named, just come to this guy.
I am pretty good at it. Apollonia.
He's on the spot.
I think if I clue him into it, he would just probably sit and sign the disc like as many times as he could in one sitting.
Probably. So
and for me, that's not as fun a story.
Ooh, let's do like a betting thing.
We want to do an over-under?
Over-under how many signatures it takes him to realize that he's signed it more than once. Because given Ricky and his like golden retriever energy, it could be like 4.
I just hand it to him upside down sometimes.
Okay, so what do we set the line at? 2.5 or 3.5?
I think on the 3rd one.
You think on the 3rd?
Yeah, I would say 3. He's going to be did I sign this twice? Yeah, you did.
Because I don't know if he'll notice the first
So
one.
what's the
especially if you
number? We
handle it
need to
upside down.
establish the number.
The number I mean, if Spiicie's going 3, I feel like the number has to be 2.5, and I have to go 2 just for
Because I would
odds
take
sake.
the over on 2.5, but I would take the
Take the
under on
over.
3.5.
Yeah, that's why I chose 3 exactly.
All right, I'll take the over on 3.5. I think it'll be 4.
No way.
You think after the 4th time it'll be a
So
why
you're
am I signing
changing it
this
to
again?
3.5 now.
I think if you flip it over when you hand it to him, he might not notice until the 4th time because he sees another signature. He might not notice it's his.
I just think it'll be extra awkward with me having to record
I don't think
him signing it. Well, yeah. Otherwise, we want his reaction. That's the funniest part.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think it depends on how you
Filming.
hand it to him. If you hold the part he already signed in your hand and gave it to him that way, holding it, he's not going to look at the other signature. He's just going to assume it's another signature.
I'm not gonna.
Will you
hold
sign my
it just
disc,
like this.
Mr. White
Here,
Sox?
No.
Why? Yeah, I don't want to do that. Here, Richard. Yeah, I think it's definitely something he would go along with, but it's
He'll definitely do it every time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
yeah, that'll be fun.
it's a really good idea.
Let me send out invites. Why don't you vamp for a little bit?
Okay, I'm vamping. It is World's Week, baby. Once our guest gets in here, I would like to talk about our predictions and what we think, and also this nonsense with
More nonsense.
yeah, New London Tech, the course.
Oh yeah, that's
that's
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm interested to see.
Imagine being disc golf's $10 million man and you can't save your home course.
All right. Well, the other, I don't know if you read the screenshot I put in the Discord, but disc golf course maps or something like that on Twitter brought up a really good point and a map to accompany it. So that's the map guy. Is the official hanging loose map guy.
Oh yeah, what
Yeah.
a promotion for him.
Right? I bet he doesn't even know. No one tell him.
Yeah, doesn't know that we exist. Period.
He might. I feel like he tags us for like notoriety.
He tags
That's
us for
a
notoriety.
weird one. Has that happened to you yet? With the like, there's a guy on Twitter, Mills or something, who tags like Brody Smith, PDGA, DGPT, Shanked DG, Crunchy, like throws
Just leave me
random. Well, I was asking, does he tag you as well? Do you get tagged and
No.
stuff like that?
Not that I know of.
No, it's always weird to me when I get looped in with nerds like Brody.
Brody.
Oh, I'm glad that was off screen. I don't want to.
Finish your sentence. You don't want to finish your sentence?
I had a word and then it was gone. Something like make bad about the hanging loose thing because
Make bad? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the We're Confused podcast.
Are we through cut that?
No.
Which means I also have to cut it? Because I'm
yeah,
editing our videos now and stuff, which is lame.
I am the talent, so I just show up and talk. Yeah, guys should be here in a minute.
Hell yeah. I didn't say it at the beginning of the episode, you moron. If you made it this far, like, subscribe, do all that nonsense. Yeah. I wanted to try doing it at the beginning of the
We've ever said that.
No, I wanted to try saying it at the beginning of the episode to see if it makes a difference. But
Our guest,
Mr. Fire.
What's up, guys?
What up?
Are we on video?
So far away.
Is what?
Echo.
All right, is that echo better?
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What up, dude?
What's up, man? Of course, I'm having all sorts of malfunctions, right?
Go figure.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering. I was like, I asked about this. I thought
I literally tested this in a different web browser prior to all of this, and it was working just fine.
it looks
no.
like it.
You sound incredible.
Thank you.
Is that OBS? This man's hopping in with what is okay? Get this guy out of here. Way too professional.
Yeah, who are you? Who the fuck are you, Crunchy?
No, I just have a decent setup.
And trash internet by the looks of things.
Right.
No, apparently fucking nothing works properly.
The face you got captured here on the screen is pretty good.
That's fantastic.
Oh man, that's good times. Well, welcome,
Man.
buddy. Welcome. We're excited to have you.
What's up, man? What's up? What's going on, guys?
You tell us. We
Yeah.
brought you here.
I don't know. I got married in the eyes of the Lord today.
Oh, congratulations.
I wasn't
Thank
sure if we wanted to just be like throwing that out there, but yeah.
No,
I'm very excited for you.
It's fine. I mean, in the eyes of the Lord, I am now married, even though I was legally married prior to.
I really love this
What does
visual
that
of your voice and
Right.
Shank's face.
All right, we're just gonna stop that.
That was amazing.
Oh, let's go.
That's how I wanted this to go right off the bat.
That broke me.
So yeah, if you're listening to the show, you probably recognize his voice. That's the voice of my bit maker. I come to him with an idea, and he shows out every time.
I am the voiceover king. Well, except for today, I didn't show out today.
I was literally just gonna say, except when it matters.
Except for today. Although
he's
in
voiceovering
fairness,
right now.
I was given a fucking 17-hour notice to figure that out. Not even.
No, more than that.
Was it? Dude, they all blend together. I don't know what's going on anymore.
It was literally Sunday, so that's at least 48 hours. Don't lie to me. Hey, let me make this stuff up. Hey,
You're right.
Hey,
You're right. When you're right, you're right.
I'm white. Sorry, I probably shouldn't say that. So what did you guys do? What kind of ceremony did you have? I was curious about it, but I didn't know, like I said, where your lines were as far as
Literally nothing too crazy. It was me, my wife, and some children, and then it was done in like 20 minutes, and then we cruised around some areas and just fucking ate lunch and shit. It was just to do it and get it over with because we made the deal that we would.
Nice.
Well, that's good, and everything gets to be about. It's my math. 4,000 times more expensive when you tell someone it's for a wedding.
Oh,
yeah.
It's the dumbest shit ever. It's like, hey, I'd like to hire you as a photographer. Cool. I charge $120 an hour. Excellent. I'm going to need you for 3 hours. What's it for? A wedding. Sorry. Did I say 120? I meant 5 grand.
Yeah, it magically goes up. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. But you said give us, can we get any detail? Like, what'd you have for lunch? Cruising around and having lunch and shit sounds like
I had
interesting
Mystic Pizza. I don't know if you've ever been to New England. I don't know where in New England you've ever been. It was literally a movie.
Oh yeah,
What was the movie?
Julia Roberts
Mystic
was
Pizza.
the star of that.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a classic.
That's a stretch of a term.
I mean,
It's an old movie, sure, but we're just throwing classics out, dude. Don't do this right off the bat. I'm a future guest, man. Don't do that. Don't bait me.
Future repeat guest.
Yeah, I'm a future repeat guest. Don't bait me. Don't bait me right off the bat.
You baited yourself by having a janky ass camera and making me
Oh,
want to
no.
make fun of you.
That is also accurate.
No, I think Mystic Pizza is a pretty widely celebrated movie. I don't. Maybe I'm I can't fucking handle that every time.
Yeah, it's all in the fupa. Oh,
It's all in the fupa. We got sound drops now.
It's spicy.
Bro, I come correct except for a camera issue, dude.
I thought that was RV3 doing that. I didn't know that was
soundboard.
dude, I come correct. I told you. I got one more. If my camera worked, you would have seen it, but I got one more for you.
It's like a slutty little stamp trim. We are an official podcast now that we have drops, right?
Oh,
I
it's so
mean,
funny.
if that's That's what constitutes it. Yes.
I absolutely love that.
I'm
Oh my
a real
god,
shit producer. I don't even have that.
What's up, RV3, dude? What's going on, man?
What's up, Dumpster Fire? How are you?
I'm all right. We're gonna have a little bit of beef though because you're a Yankees fan and I'm a Red Sox fan.
I'm outnumbered.
You are outvoted today, RV3. Eat my ass.
We're having
okay.
the disembodied voice podcast. It's just RV3 dumpster fire.
Yeah,
Just voices
R2.
everywhere.
R2. We look like you ordered your Statler and Waldorf from.
How am I going to do clips for this episode? I'm just going to go from my face to Spiicie's face to just a black screen. No, I'm going to use that.
Reuse. Just clip
yeah.
the one frame.
The first frame.
Yeah. Just clip the one frame and use the standstill one frame.
God, it's
so
so
good
good every time. I need to send
great.
you this. Hold on, I gotta find it. It's
Oh, we should probably talk about disc golf at some point, huh?
yeah, right.
Hot takes in disc golf, man. Let's go. This is a disc golf
all
podcast.
right.
Let's hear some hot takes.
So I guess
Chris,
it's World's Week.
guitar is
What do we
really
got
good.
for? All right, settle. So yeah, what about predictions for Worlds? Don't everyone speak at once.
It's hard to kind of go against Kristen, but
100%. That's got to be everyone's pick, right? I would
No,
love
I'm
to see
picking
Ella
Missy.
Hansa win.
I'm going Missy.
Missy, big money Missy.
Missy. Yeah, absolutely. And,
I can see it. She shows up for majors and big times.
And on the MPO side, I'm going Calvin. I want Simon, but I just don't think
he's number 3 on my list. I wrote down a list of 3 people, my top 3 that would I think might win.
He's my GOAT, so like I'm always willing to pick him, even if I know he has no fucking shot.
My personal GOAT.
Yeah, for sure.
My personal.
That's a good one. I honestly think Ricky has had a not so sneaky season. And he's been on fire in just like the right kind of way that he has a really good chance of popping off at Worlds. I think he's had a lot of solid finishes, a couple wins. I think he might put it all together for one big hurrah this season, and then probably never be seen again after it.
I'm like Ricky as well.
Especially the course design too, like especially New London.
Yeah, and I think because he's not a week in, week out player. Like, he takes rests for injuries or whatever. And I think there's something obviously to be said for consistency of like you play all the time, so you whatever. But I think he's not expending nearly as much energy.
And I think at that level too, you don't need to be a every weekend type of player.
Yeah.
He's got the muscle memory. He has the skills. He just needs to make sure his body's in a good condition, especially with his Lyme disease. And instead of taking real medicine, he takes ice baths and like cumin
and chiropractors.
So, yeah.
Ice baths and chiropractors fixes everything. I love you, Ricky. I'm just fucking with you, bro. But I'm down also. Like, let's pump the brakes.
And then, of course, I think it's Worlds. I think Macbeth has a chance. It's his own designed course. He's been doing better all season, getting some top finishes. He just hasn't been able to finish the job, and it seems like he's been getting gassed at the end of rounds.
He had a good stretch in Europe too.
Right. And so I think he has a chance to put it together. I only put him at number 2 because he's just the Worlds guy, right? You can't ever count him out.
Well, I agree with that. I think it's kind of bizarre, really, to see the difference in between him winning what felt like every weekend in 2020, 2021. It was just always Macbeth. And then this year, it's like very seldom is he even kind of in the top 5 chit chat. And so it's just, I don't want to say it feels broken, but it feels weird.
It does. Disc golf does feel weird this year. I thought that a little bit last year too. And it's because Macbeth isn't there, right? We're seeing names like, Carter Aarons show up at the top of the leaderboard, and it's like
Robinson,
nothing to get against them. It's just, when I started getting into disc golf, and I think this is the truth for a lot of people, I saw the likes of, Ezra Aderhold, Drew Gibson, Ricky, Paul, like that group of dudes, Calvin, Simon, those guys were they were number 1 through 10. Like there was never hardly any deviance from that. So,
and I watched James Conrad lay the smackdown on Macbeth and put him into a just coma for the rest of his career.
Dude,
that's true.
If you think about it, though, he hasn't honestly really been the same since.
I mean, he won worlds after it.
yeah, but okay, one.
How many have you won?
Fucking 18, dude. What are you talking about? I am all over this shit.
Who is
my world?
Who is your disc golf hometown hero? Like Arizona, we have AB. We all love and claim AB.
Gannon Burr
from Iowa.
Simon. Casey White.
Ruined my cool guy stuff by elbowing my desk.
And I was gonna say Simon's from Germany. So
I mean, how long has he lived in Massachusetts though?
Not long.
PDGA card says Massachusetts, as a matter of fact.
It does, but he plays on the Euro team during whatever the hell they call that champ. What is that?
Joel Embiid had the option.
President's Cup. Thank you.
17 basketball teams. What's your point?
What?
Joel Embiid could have played for like 17 basketball teams.
You don't watch this show. Yeah, you don't watch this show. You should know I don't watch sports other than disc golf.
I know.
So you just don't watch sports?
No, I don't watch sports.
Ooh, little baby hit there on camera. So yeah, don't demonetize me. It was tobacco. You can't prove otherwise. So you said Casey White was your other hometown hero, right?
Hometown local guy, yeah.
And what is your favorite home course near where you live? What's it called? Where can we see how bad you've done on it on UDisc?
That would be probably Beauty Hill, the woods at Beauty Hill.
The woods at Beauty Hill.
I mean, you can go look at my MVP at my Maple Hill score. It was a +12 at the blue fucking layout.
It doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I'm playing Vista XL, which is the Memorial layout, I'm like +22, +23. It's made for arms that can throw above 300 feet, and I can't. So
the blue layout at Maple is pretty techy too. Like it's got some super technical shots on it.
You know who likes technical shots? Joel Embiid.
Spiicii last night.
What?
Technical shots? Didn't you take like 14 shots?
Oh, me, yes. Spiicii
Yeah.
last night. I didn't hear the name you said, so I was genuinely asking, and you're just sitting there staring at me, and I felt very uncomfortable. Yeah. Has anyone in here ever had Malort?
Malort? No. Well,
we've told this story on the podcast already. I've had it one time.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I did.
Have you had Malort dumpster fire?
I have not.
Okay. So it's an alcohol that genuinely tastes like shit. RV3 will tell you. It's awful, awful. And
why is this off to a good start already?
Because when people find out that I don't mind drinking it, they're like, no, you're lying. Here, give him a shot. And last night that happened at the bar like 11 times.
Oh, no. So all those shots were Malort?
So I was just
doing
a
gross name.
Malort. And
I agree with that. It has a gross name.
This morning, it tastes how it sounds. But this morning I was hurting quite a bit. So made it through the day job and feel a little better now.
How many would you say you did?
I know I had at least 5 Malort shots. I had Fire and Ice, which is Rumple Mints and Fireball.
Ooh.
And then I had 2 mystery shots, 2 Coors Lights, and a Loyal Lemonade, which if you've never had it, is 9% lemonade.
Jeez.
And it tastes like candy, so you are not paying attention when
no.
you're drinking. So yeah, this morning was
Dude,
I mean, at least you're aware of how much you had, so I guess that's a good thing.
I have a massive tolerance because I'm a fat piece of shit, and also I drink all the time. So it takes a lot to get me toasty, and last night I was toasty.
Fantastic.
I wanted to ask you guys about Ace celebrations. Where do you think the line should be drawn on celebrating an Ace? Because I keep a little Jaeger shooter in my bag,
Mhm.
and if I ace, I do a shot of Jaeger because it's ridiculous. Do you think that's
like
too
that.
much?
No, I mean, pushing the boundary if you try to do it at a PDGA tournament. But
I
also,
wouldn't do it then.
like,
I'm not dumb.
I also don't think
Pretty.
anyone would call you out. You just aced. So,
Are you grabbing a card mate by his collar and fucking chugging it right in his face? Like that might be crossing a line.
I am now.
That's a great idea.
Look, Nick, fucking Ace, bitch.
Fucking like that. Maybe something like that might be stepping over a line, but no, I mean, doing a shot, no, that's perfectly within the realm.
No, I
I'm
don't
usually
think that
drinking
there's.
anyway, so
I don't really think there's anything that could, because an ace is. Sorry, an ace is an exciting. I had a yawn. I'm trying to stifle it.
yeah. Are we
Spiicii.
fucking boring or what?
No, I'm just tired. So I don't think there's an ace celebration that's too much, other than like signing the basket, but that's not really a celebration.
Yeah,
so much
that's
as trying
The
to.
dumbest thing I think.
Yeah, I hate that. But what I don't hate it, but I think it's silly is when people run in aces from like 350 feet and they run down the entire fairway. And it takes just a little bit too long, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, would anybody be mad though if like a bunch of people brought a throne out for AB if he just dunked some like ridiculous ace and carried him down the fairway in this throne?
On a fucking litter? Oh, that would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Is that crossing the line? I don't.
No, it's funny because you're like, yeah, it's kind of dumb when you run in one that's that far. I think it's kind of like a bell curve. Like, oh, it's only 120 feet. I'll go get it. And
Yeah.
like, oh, this is kind of like, oh, I just had a 1,200 foot ace down this mountain. I'm gonna go fucking get it.
Oh yeah, I mean, once you get so far, you're like, just let him go get it.
Yeah. Well, I'll take a break and think about what we just witnessed.
But they have to run it back to the tee pad. They can't walk it back to the tee pad. I think that's the distance limit. Is if you can run there and back, you're good. If you can't run back, you shouldn't have run to get it.
Yeah, you better stay there and wait for your friends.
Have some fucking cardio.
I could use some of that. You got all this going on a daily basis. Tell us about your favorite ace, Dumpster Fire.
Excuse you?
Have you aced?
What? I'm sorry. What is that exactly? How does that work?
I didn't know that.
Aceless.
No, yeah, nope. I think the closest I've ever had is like maybe 10 feet short or like stupid long.
So the answer is my next one would be your favorite one, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I hope it happens for you, buddy. I didn't mean to put you out there like that.
No, dude.
It's going to be great content later.
I have zero shame in my fucking game whatsoever. I've only been playing for just under a year now.
Wow.
You got on a podcast?
Yeah, dude. No fucks given. I ain't ashamed of shit.
Now.
RV3 cut him.
The name is what it is, bro.
Too amateur.
The reason the name is what it is.
I do have to commend you on the work you put in, because I see that you post. You work third shift, right?
I do now, yeah.
And you're still saying you go home to take a nap and then you go do field work?
No, I go directly home, hit the field, and then I go to bed for work.
That's great. See, yeah,
no thanks.
Yeah, no. So and I've seen your TikTok. You are not bad. Honestly, you'd probably give me a run for my money.
If you could see the finger I'm giving you right now, okay? All right.
RV3, show us the camera.
Yeah, that's there it is. No, I've something about a disc flying and making it fly correctly. Someone gave me, it was like 4 discs. I got a buzz, a relay, a putter that I lost pretty quickly because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and that bitch rolled way down the hill into water, and bye-bye. But it was right up in the air and fucking spiking right back down, and I was not okay with that, and it was just continuing to work ever since.
Mm-hmm. I think everyone starts like that. You just throw the giant hyzer because that's how you throw frisbees in the backyard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And,
and there was a lot of releasing it myself as opposed to any snap and anything. There was none of that. It was just fucking letting go, and it was awful. It was
Mhm.
awful, and there was something to making it fly correctly.
It's the most addicting time in the sport for I think most players is when you notice you're improving month over month, right? Because you're like, oh, I couldn't even hit 200 a couple weeks ago, and now I'm itching 250, and then oh, I'm pushing 3. Like 6 months later, if you really work on it,
Right.
But like it's such an addicting part of the sport. This last year for me has been very much of a plateau, if not like regression. Um, so it's been a little disappointing, and I've noticed myself not playing as much because I'm not seeing the improvement, but I'm also not improving because I'm not playing as much. So it's a weird catch 22. But
It makes me think of Austin Powers. He's like, I eat because I'm unhappy, and I'm unhappy because I eat. Sorry, go ahead.
In general, I go to the field more than I play. I practice putting more than I go to the course. I have OCD and like weird things, so I feel this need to like figure something specific out before I'm like comfortable just going and just dumping discs off the fairway fucking 9,000 feet deep into the woods. Like, so I just want to learn to throw flat and straight. And even though I can, and I can, for the most part, shot shape to a degree now, I keep going to the field before I go to the course. I'd rather pick that and just work on the game itself. But I also want to do tournaments next year.
heck
I
yeah,
feel
well, you
like
should.
I feel like I can tell you work third shift based on your voice.
No, I ripped 2 packs of butts every day for fucking over a decade when I lived in Arizona. So
You ripping butts, dude?
yeah, just big old stanky
Ripping
butts,
butts?
you know?
Sometimes
Big old stanky butts.
Rip some
I'd have a
butts. That's where he met RB3.
You'd have a dart? I'd have a dart. Do you guys know each other?
No.
No.
Sorry, the ripping butts joke.
Hey, you're from the same-ish area. I don't know, man.
Same.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to MVP Open?
I am not.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well, there goes that friendship.
Yep. Sorry. Yep. There it goes.
Do you want to
It
go?
was nice while it lasted.
Ooh.
He said, "Do you want to go?" I think he's offering you lodging.
When
Go
is
rip some butts.
Go rip some butts, bro.
Hit me up. Let me know if you want to go.
Dude, when is it? The end of September? We'll get in touch. Yeah, I'll get in touch.
Yeah. Let me know.
Look
Like
at that.
ships passing in the night.
Do you see what I do? This is why I am fucking a legend in this game already, man. Like, I've been in this motherfucker for less than a year. RV3's inviting me to fucking MVP. I'm on this fucking goddamn shit show. It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a shit show. All right.
Literally
I could attest to that.
Hey.
Is that where you went for 8 minutes earlier, RV3?
The shit show.
Be right
Dude,
back. Got shit.
my dog took a shit in my office. That's not a joke. That's
It
what
would
I'm
have been
saying.
so much funnier if you said in your shoe.
And
Like, he just went
my dog
right
shit
to
in
the
my
shoe and was just right on in.
Nailed it. That
Oh.
dog shits better than I putt. Actually, I have set a new practice standard. So right behind me, I have a basket, and my door is about 15 to 18 feet away. So I just stand at my door all day when I'm working, and in between each call, I'll make 10 putts, and I take about 40 calls a day. So that's like 400 putts every day. So
Here's a question for anyone here. Okay, you practice putting at home. Do you, Shanked, practice at home putting at all?
Depends on what you. So my son has one of those like little Tykes disc golf set, and so yes, I throw many miniature putts per day.
So my struggle, like one of the biggest things that I struggle with, and I'm sure some of it is just the mental game, but going from home to course and being able to drain the putts that I can do at home on the fucking course. What the hell do you guys do to make sure you alter that mindset?
Well,
Smoke usually.
Yeah, I don't. I nerve out and miss 10-footers. No, but honestly, I found like it sounds like the same thing everyone says, but routine, like down to like how many times do you tap your back foot on the ground? How many times think about anything but the putt is what I've figured out.
I like that.
For me, it's the stroke, the actual like arm movement of the putt that I mess up the most. Yeah. So if I make the putt about anything else on my body, I don't think about the arm stroke so much, and I think it works. I'm like 20% from Z1, so who knows?
I like that he's like, I have OCD about weird things. You're like, hey, do you want some more OCD about weird things? Tap your back foot the same amount of times before every putt and try not to lose your shit.
Count everything else that you're doing before you ever just get all sorts of violations out there while you're at it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I think of it the same way of like the Soto shuffle. Yeah, he does a little.
No one likes to think about the Yankees.
Jesus Christ.
a little Soto shuffle before you putt.
I would pay money to watch you Soto shuffle, to be honest. For me, the stroke is the hardest part for me as well. But it's just because I'm like a hybrid putt. So I don't spin, I don't really push. It's just kind of this. I'm a big hyzer putter.
Gotcha. He's splish.
Yeah, and I just have a hard time finding the same release spot every time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I'm gonna keep doing this and saying release so we get that clip for the socials.
Add to your soundboard there.
That'll be a good sound to just pop up out of nowhere later. But I'm such a bad putter. I can't give you any pointers. Anybody that I play with daily will tell you I'm the worst putter of the group. So they hate when we end up teamed for dubs because they know if they miss it, that there's probably pretty good chance.
Were you such a bad putter that you became friends with Terry Miller?
What?
Didn't you bang a huge putt in front of Terry Miller?
Oh, yeah.
I was friends with Terry Miller. So the guy who says he's bad at putting became friends with a legend of the sport because he made a big putt.
Because of putting. Yeah. No, that's real shitty of you.
Hey, I didn't say I wasn't lucky. That genuinely was luck because it was random draw dubs.
Mm-hmm. So I there's no way it couldn't have been written in the cards, though. That's too perfect of circumstance.
It was so good. Yeah, he's the homie.
All right.
Hopefully he's just real quick. I want to give Terry a shout out. I don't know if you saw his Instagram, but he's dealing with some medical issue that he thought was poison ivy and is now worse, and he had to go to the hospital today. So hope you're feeling better, Terry. Love you.
Yeah, I feel better, Terry.
Yeah, what the heck?
Terry's the GOAT.
He's the homie for sure.
So anyways, Worlds and Iowa boy, as we were talking about earlier, kind of comes full circle. Gannon Buhr, if he wins Worlds, where does that put him all-time disc golf player?
It's only his first.
He's won a lot this year.
Yeah, but
okay,
you think it's just a fluke? He might just have a really good year and drop off.
Can I interject on something? Spiicii immediately went to the how many worlds does he have? Why is that the end all fucking be all on whether or not you're the best? As if other titles don't exist, other wins don't exist, other majors aren't there. Like, why is Worlds the only one?
Go ahead.
I think Worlds being 5 rounds is a big difference. You have to have a lot more endurance than a standard 3-round Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You have to play well for longer. So I think Worlds is a very important title to win. I think,
and understand, like, I'm not trying to like downplay the importance of what that title is by any means.
Right. No, for sure. And I think
I get what you're asking.
if there are any people here beside me that watch snooker, you'll understand that it's kind of the same thing. Is you can go play a tournament in China, but there's no top 50 players in China. So who are you really beating?
Right.
Worlds has the most competition from all over the world that make sure they make that tournament if they're not going to go anywhere else. And Gannon winning the Memorial, I love the Memorial, my hometown people, but it's not anything.
No, I mean, the Memorial doesn't hold much water, no. But if you're stacking up win after win constantly for the next, let's say, 5-6 years, and then you throw in major titles, even sprinkle in, let's just say 2, how could you not argue that it wouldn't put him in the conversation?
I'm not saying he wouldn't be in the conversation, but if he went and won for the next 5-6 years, let's just say he wins 3 or 4 events every year for the next 5 or 6 years and 2 worlds. It's still, I think Paul Macbeth's tear from 2019 through 2022 was
insane.
It's untouchable. There's
like,
no
insane.
It'll never happen again.
That's what I mean. It's just not.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, but Gannon Burr has won 6 events this year.
Right.
The Memorial, Waco, Portland Open, Beaver State Fling, European Open, and Ledgestone. All but Memorial are pretty big tournaments, and Memorial's big in its own right. You know, it's not like top class players aren't there. You know.
Yeah, he fought AB for the win. So
yeah. So there's people. You know, it's not like it's not. To answer Dumpster Fire's question or statement or whatever, I think I understand what you're saying. Like, why does winning Worlds have any more weight than winning a major? That have any more weight than winning a B tier?
No. I'm not saying why does it have more weight, but why is that the determining factor? Like, when people talk about the FPO GOAT, for the longest time, it was Paige because she had X amount of worlds. That was the only thing that anybody ever throws out is how many worlds do they have? How many worlds? Yeah. What about the fact that there's 3 other majors?
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I think there just has to be something like that.
Yeah.
Worlds just to like. I mean, 5
the World Series is just another 7 baseball games. It's, you know what I mean? But it's the World Series, and that's how you're going to judge.
Once you do it 27 times, it just kind of gets old.
Blow my dick.
Doing it for a while.
I mean, you know, when you buy 25 of them, sure. So I understand it's the bigger of the majors, but it's just I feel like it's ignoring the 3 others in determining who's a GOAT. Because let's just say Gannon never won a fucking world title, but he wins every other major pretty much every other year. Are we just going to ignore what he did because it's not worlds? Like,
no, I don't think so. I mean, there's
conversation.
There's greats in our sport that have never won worlds, and you know, this might be a hot take, but James Conrad, he won a world championship, but he'll never win one again. I mean,
it was a flash in the pan.
Quote me if you need to, but yeah, he played really good that day, out of his mind, one would say, and then had a miracle of a throw in, and then lost because Macbeth threw it in the water. So stars aligned. James Conrad's a winner. He's a world champion now, but is he among the greats?
No. And I even think James is mature enough to look at things objectively and say that himself. He's like,
oh yeah, nothing against him. He's one of my favorite players. I love his style, his gameplay. But yeah, I mean, didn't Greg Barsby won recently, right? And it was his first world championship.
Wasn't it 2018 Barsby?
18, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was arguably past his prime. He won a world championship, and I would say Greg Barsby is one of the greats of our sport. 1, because he's iconic, and 2, because he's been around forever. He's won a lot. He has a world championship, but I think there's champions that are not on that same level, if that makes sense. I mean,
yeah, Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Because
even Tom Brady lost in the Super Bowl.
He sure did.
All these sports
He sure did.
references.
He sure did, and he still has.
Oh.
Don't do this. Don't RV3. We're gonna have a good friendship, buddy. Don't do this.
Well, we can have another baseball/football episodes next time, but we got to run.
Yeah, I have to run. Y'all can sit and do whatever you want, but I have to make a trivia night. Dumpster Fire, good to have you, bud. I appreciate you.
That was great.
Appreciate you guys having me.
We'll have to have you back on. Your voice is butter in my ears, because that's the saying, right?
No, gross.
No.
All right.
Add that to your soundboard. It's like in my ears. Just like this podcast was. I hope you liked it. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit
Do all
the
the
star,
YouTube things.
all that gross stuff.
Dumpster Fire, you got to send us out with a
Friend.
scream. You know the rules.
Was it what?
A
With a
scream.
scream.
Wake your wife up.
This
No,
guy-
I'm not doing that, dude.
This guy does not listen to our podcast.
I'm not doing that. Somebody else. I'm not doing that. Are you kidding me? Dude, she will murder me. Nope. Hell no.
You get more and more like New York the more you ramble.
Well, he's not from there. See, perfect.
Let's go.
Now he's gonna die.